Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We're Friday, September 5th, 2025, and I'm here to do a collective read for you. It is a timeless read. I don't use the signs and I don't use the genders because it's all energy. So you're free to change the genders and the roles around as you need to, okay? Please use your higher wisdom and discernment when you're listening to general collective readings. Not every read's going to be for you. They are not personal, okay? So there's thousands of different energies floating about in one story, so to speak. So please use your higher wisdom and discernment. Only take what applies, what you know is true in your situation, and leave the rest. Leave it for someone else, okay? Thank you for being here. I'm truly grateful. Oh, I forgot to look before I started. Anyways, thank you for your donation through PayPal, Ella, and there was another person, I think it was last night or this morning, but thank you so very much. I'll have to go back and look. I can't remember your name. Forgive me. But thank you very much. You guys are sweet. I'm truly grateful. I love you guys so very much. Thank you for being here. Hopefully you're going to have a great weekend. I had an early day today. I got out grocery shop. I went to the other side of the city, did some grocery shop and did some stuff. Came home, sat around, had lunch. Then I went back out again. And it's just midday. So I got a lot done, but I'm getting tired now. So I thought I'd do a couple of reads this afternoon, upload them and then post them later. We'll see how I feel. Hopefully I get my second wind. Okay, let's see what Spirit wants to talk about, shall we? Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, white blue. Okay. Tribe, the overarching energy. Let's see where we're going to put this. So you might be surrounded by your tribe, or you're coming into contact with your soul tribe, or a tribe could be a family, or it could be somebody feeling very tribal. Bottom of the deck, service. I'm picking up here now, finding out where you belong, maybe in career or where you belong in friends or family. You might be in one of these services, humanitarian services, helping others. You could be in medical field. You don't have to be, but I'm helping others and service. That's the underlying energy. Evermore. So this reminds me, maybe you're marrying into your soul tribe, or you have married into your soul tribe. Or somebody in your soul tribe could have been a past life soulmate. We'll see. Sovereign, you're free. You could be spiritual royalty. Maybe you're free from something. Maybe you're freeing yourself from a marriage. It says evermore, but it is what it is. When we say our vows, it's for forever. I like to hope that when we say our vows, when we get married, it's for forever. You take them seriously, but not always do our marriages work out, right? Especially nowadays. But you're free, or somebody's free, or somebody wants their freedom. There's a promise here. Free from a promise. Or in order to free yourself, you got to make a promise, something to do with a home. Something to do with time. I don't know. This is confusing me a little bit. There's been a promise here. It has something to do with a marriage. Maybe you promised, maybe you got engaged. You promised marriage and a home and stuff like that. Maybe you just want to be free, or somebody that you're dealing with wants to be free now. I don't know. They were spinning yarns. You know what I mean? Somebody thought, I can spin a straw into gold or something. I don't know. Yes or no? In or out? So he's playing puppet master here. Trying to be invisible, trying to hide something, trying to hide themselves or someone else or something else. They've changed. Somebody's changed their minds. You or someone else. We do make promises, like in a relationship. I know I've been married twice, and both times I took my vows seriously, but things happen. And if there's abuse in the relationship, if it's not what your partner said it was going to be, and I'm not saying like, they promised you, homes in every major city around the world and a fast life and diamonds and jewels. What I'm talking about is, they promised to be loyal and faithful to you. They promised to put the family first, you and the family. You know what I'm saying, right? And if it doesn't work out that way, if they're abusive, then, sometimes you can't stay there. You can't follow through with those promises. You can't produce those promises. You know what I mean? I don't know. Your tribe surrounding you, supporting you now, or you're coming into... So temporary distance. The distance in the relationship is temporary and things may reconnect later. Maybe your family, their family are trying to get you to go back. There's a temporary distance here. It could be physical, it could be emotional, or both. Someone's got control issues. Somebody's pulling some strings. We did see the puppet master earlier, right? So somebody's trying to puppeteer this relationship. Active love, yes or no? You got maybe too many people involved in your relationship. That's a big no-no here. Control issues are present in the relationship. So what you can bring to this person or this person's family or to this marriage, that's what it is. That's what I'm picking up. Somebody's very controlling. They want things the way they want things, whether it's your partner or your partner's family or your family. Maybe you're going to have to put distance between you and whomever this is, family or partner. Trust in the process. I'm feeling like you two could be, both of you, if it's a relationship, are left hanging here. You don't know what to do with one another. You don't know what to do with these people. Somebody had a hidden agenda. Someone has a hidden agenda and motives. A chameleon. So they change colors no matter where they are. So somebody likes to change. It could be a... I can't even think of the word right now. Well, chameleon, that's describes it perfectly, but it's a shape shifter. There, thank you. There we go. So spilling the beans. So somebody's spilling the beans here. Someone is about to reveal everything, no holds barred. You're spreading positivity, or somebody else is. Keep radiating positive energy and influence. And somebody pushed the boundaries. And you know they're not loyal, or they're not going to be loyal, okay? Somebody may be testing your limits. Somebody's not loyal, but maybe whomever you're surrounded by is... Don't be ridiculous. You can't leave. And blah, blah. You're being so stupid. Oh, you're just putting you down because you don't want a relationship like this. So there's a sheep here. And there's a fox. I was going to say it's a sheep. It's not a sheep. But if there is a sheep, then they expect you to do the sacrificing for their gain. So maybe you're temporarily, testing limits. Your time is up almost. Someone's testing limits of what? Limits of what? This is a typo. Examining how you react under pressure. Protect your heart. Guard your emotions to avoid hurt. It's a double cross, okay? They're just, whoever this is just, it's going to be a double cross. They're sorry for now, but then they're just going to go back and do what they do. It's only for what they can get out of the situation. As long as they're happy, right? I've had people in my situation, in my circles, talk to me like that. When I'm not happy in a relationship or somebody's pissed me off, whether it's family, relationship, or friend. Oh, you're just taking it to... You're making a mountain out of a molehill. Don't be so silly. I'm sure they didn't think that or say that or didn't mean that. You know what I mean? Like sticking up for the other person instead of being concerned about my feelings. That's what I'm picking up here. So this is tribe, temporary distance. Okay, there's conflict here. Somebody's caused a lot of conflict. Conflicted decisions, hot, cold, multiple choice. When it's good, it's very good. When it's bad, it's very bad. That's what I'm picking up. It could be a friend, family, or love, okay? And somebody's always lusting here. Forbidden, non-committal, schmexual energy. You have your boundaries set. No, it's a complete sentence. You do not have to explain yourself either. Drawing the line, enough. I mean, it's your emotional health. It is your schmexual health, your health in general. That's at stake here. No man's land, I just heard. Wow. Beauty. Charming, graceful, kind-hearted. The beauty inside, that's what I'm picking up. It could also be aesthetics as well. Handsome or beautiful. Someone's hoping, expecting, faith, and manifesting. So you're expecting somebody to be faithful, and they're not. So you're withdrawn here, single, lonely, and solitary. So you're expecting to have this beautiful relationship and with these family, friends, whatever surrounding you. Everything's going to be rosy. It's all a bull crap, right? At the end of the day, you're single. You're always alone. You're feeling lonely even when there's people around. They don't take your emotions or your thoughts seriously. Somebody doesn't care. Maybe they're even aiding and abetting this person to cheat on you or to lie to you, or I don't know. You could be a divine feminine energy, male or female. Gender doesn't really matter. It's actually the energy, okay? Through your pain, you create new life, right? You could be a humanitarian. You could be a philanthropist. You are down to earth and quite loving. This is unconditional love. You are involved in some sort of creative endeavors. You're very creative. You're very artistic. If not now, you will be. I don't know. You have a firm foundation, or this has something to do with a foundation. Established family and security. Maybe you're the one that's bringing the security to this family, or maybe that's what they promised you and they broke their promise. The door's open. Either you're going to leave or somebody else is going to leave, right? Intuition. It could be an open door policy. They go out and have fun, and you stay at home and you do the work. You're using your intuition, heart song, telepathy, inner knowing. There's an inner knowing here. You've gained some clarity after all of this. Truth, intentions, and honesty. So you see this person's intentions. You see this tribe's intentions here. There's a lot of bitterness. Maybe you've been feeling bitter. I wouldn't blame you, but don't park there, okay? Resentment, anger, and hurtful words. So, yeah, if they don't respect you and they're treating you this way, I mean, abuse, emotional, mental, spiritual, physical, financial could be going on as well, right? They kind of go hand in hand. If they don't fucking respect you, like, I don't know. These are birds. You know, when you walk into a bush or a wooded area, they stick to your clothes. So somebody could be very clingy when they are around you, or this tribe could be very clingy. They won't give you a moment's peace or rest to gather your thoughts. I don't know. Yeah, there's a return here. Somebody wants to make a return. Maybe you've already left. Second chance opportunity and making amends. Something to do with family. So maybe your family sided with your partner. Fertility, parenthood, and pregnancy. Maybe there is something like this going on. Maybe you are pregnant. Somebody else is pregnant. Or you're in a fertile phase of your life, meaning everything, you're stable financially. Things are working very well for you. You could be the one or they're looking at you like you're the one that's going to solve all their financial problems here. Yeah, what I tell you, possibilities. They're looking at you. Oh, the possibilities. Maybe somebody's thinking about getting pregnant so they can have stability, or getting you pregnant. Take it for whatever that is. So free spirit, adventure, and risks. Somebody's spying, or this tribe or this family was spying on you. Social network, information on ways. Ecstasy, chasing thrills. So they were spying on you, making sure you sat down and you do what you're supposed to do. Meanwhile, your partner was out chasing thrills, excitement, and good times. And someday I'll settle down somewhere another time, right? Keeping you distracted. So this is how you were thinking. One day he or she's going to, be everything they promised. Broken promises all the time. Keeping you distracted so you don't notice, right? Sidetrack, change, and delays. They're stressed out, or you're stressed out. Turbulence, tension, and arguments. Now there's a confession. Unveiling, coming clean, and messages. They're apprehensive. They know they caused you a lot of pain. They're afraid. They're cautious. They need something from you. They want you to come back to keep paying the bills. I don't know. Has it been a back and forth before? This just could be more of the same, if so. I don't hear I love you. I don't hear I'm truly sorry. I don't sense it. What I'm sensing is, oh my God, keep it going. Keep the gravy train going. What do you mean you don't love them? You pretend. We'll keep them busy when you want to go out on the weekends. Don't worry. You could bring your side pieces here. I know I'm making fun of it, but it's not funny. So, tribe, temporary distance, and conflicted. Ooh. Karmics, tribe of karmics. There you go. Third parties, haters, and lessons learned. You're learning your lessons. That's why we're here, right? We've all learned some lessons so far, and there's many more to learn, most likely. It never ends, right? Yeah, if you took a vacay or somebody wants to go on vacay or they did with somebody, get away, relax, and have fun. Maybe you went on a vacay with somebody and they still could stop their lust and, I don't know, you're exhausted. I don't blame you. Burnt out, burdened, and empty. This is happening today. Good vibes now in the moment. So someone's exhausted. Maybe they're living out of their suitcase, or you just got home from a vacay, or you are on vacay. You just want good vibes now. You want to live in the moment. Divine feminine energy. This is twice now. Gentleness, nurturing, and mothering. So somebody is with you for the mothering. You know, obviously, if they're here, mothering or fathering, you know what I'm saying, for nurturing. Take care of me, mommy or daddy. Obviously, if they're treating you, their partner like this, that goes to show you that their parent, or whatever gender you are, ate shit. Failed in their job, right? Yeah, masked, wearing masks here. Hiding, concealing, deception. Hopeful. Again, this is in keeping with the earlier cards. Inspired, optimistic, and success. They're hopeful for something, that their mask hasn't slipped off too badly, that they can, I don't know, disillusion you some more. Yeah, shattered. Broken, nightmares, and failure. They're hoping that you're falling apart without them. They're feeling very shattered without you, because you are nurturing. Mentorship, wisdom, and giving back. They never gave back to you. You gave them so much. Very generous with time, money, energy, love. And they gave you nothing. Now they're feeling shattered without you. They're hoping you're going to come back. They need that mothering, that fathering. You know what I mean? They have everything's stagnant right now. Stuck, dead end, and frozen. Antisocial. They're in their feelings. Silent treatment, left out. Or this is how they made you feel. Your glow up is killing them. So you're going through a glow up. That's why they want you back. Them and their karmic friends and circle or family. New opportunities, new career, successful business. Oh dear, now they're drowning. Over their heads, overextended, rock bottom. They wanted you to be over your head. They wanted you to fail at life. Kind of sounds like a narcissist. Doesn't mean they are. I mean, it's narcissistic tendencies. You know, when you break up with somebody, it hurts when they're doing way better than you. In a way, you know what I mean? It's like, damn. But you know, you don't take it to heart. So you've recharged, breathed, let go, you cleared your mind. You're happy now. Happiness, joy, and healing. Yeah, they're facing legalities here. Lawyers, court, and paperwork. You took the time to smell the roses. Slow down, or they did something to you and they have to deal with it. I don't know. You got all the time in the world. Slow down, take some you time, get out in nature. And they're going through some chaos, upheaval, disaster, and downfall. They burnt their bridges with you. Lack of trust, disloyal, turned back on. They're paranoid, cautious, insecure, and guarded. They're feeling hopeless, lost, depression, and self-delete. They're really going through it. I don't know what they've done. They did something, and they know they can't come back. They burnt their bridges with you. They did the most, I suppose. So we have tribe. Temporary distance. Conflicted and karmics. And that could be your friends got involved, their friends. It could be anybody. Family, yours or theirs. Or both. Yeah. Sometimes it's pretty sad, but the people that you thought you could count on turn on you at the very last minute when you need them the most, you know? And then you start seeing things as they truly are. I'm not saying every family's like that, but if you were surrounded, if you're the empath in the family, the black sheep, let's say, if you attract narcissists, chances are there's a few of them in your family. And you didn't know it up until you came up against a very narcissistic partner or friend. And that opened your eyes to the rest of them. It's like, holy shit. I know, I went through that. Tribe, temporary, distance, conflicted, karmics. So they're stuck hanging up in the air. They got themselves stuck here and they can't get down or can't get out of it without you. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, somebody's feeling unstable and insecure. They have no protection. They're getting let go, or they released you, or you let them go. They can't hold you back. They want to open up here. Four of Pentacles in reverse. Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. That's the overarching energy. Congratulations. You know your value and your worth. People see your value and your worth. Their wish fulfillment is for them to come back in and seize an opportunity with you they previously missed or ignored. They took advantage of you. They were ungrateful and disrespectful. And yeah, you're certainly not going to ignore it. They want you to ignore it. You're not going to. You don't trust them. You don't see eye to eye. You went your separate ways. There's been no harmony here. A lot of disharmony. There's lack of trust. It is what it is. Yeah. Somebody's a fool, or thought you a fool, played you a fool. But in the long run, you have a new beginning in life. You took a leap of faith, something exciting. You're innocent. You don't need a fool in your life that's going to hold you back. Yeah, they won't change. They're resisting change. Nothing's changed. They don't want anything to change. They keep repeating a bad pattern of behavior. It's getting old. It's tiring. This is a permanent loss and or ending for whomever this is. Yeah, they're unstable, going towards bankruptcy. They breadcrumbed you, treated you horribly, not equally yoked. This was unfair, unbalanced. Maybe they caused a lot of problems financially in your life. It is what it is. You know, a lot of game playing and gaslighting and mind games. You let it go. You walked away with your head held high. They don't want this conflict now. You're not going to be an option. You're not fighting. You're not competing. It is what it is. It sounds like somebody really played a lot of games with you and the people that they surrounded themselves with, whether it's friends, family, whomever. Okay, your friends, if they're your friends or theirs, played a lot of games here. Yeah, pretended like ignored you. Indecisive. You know what I mean? They played games and made it look like they were the victim in the relationship. Playing games is chess, right? You blocked them off. They don't see what's coming, or they didn't see what was coming. You hurt their pride and ego by blocking them, by ignoring them. They held a grudge against you, but you let them go. You're not responding to them if they're trying to message you or call you. There's a stalemate. Somebody's in denial, mentally conflicted here. Yeah, poor judgment. They refuse to admit that they did the wrong thing. They misjudged you. They judged you harshly. They don't want to take accountability. There's no second chances. There will be no reconciling. They're getting karma. Made a poor decision here. Talking shit, sleeping around. Maybe did some magic. I don't know. But the truth is coming out. Somebody was sleeping around. They went towards people that were promiscuous. It is what it is. Somebody took, I don't know, they didn't want to learn their lessons. They're in debt. They took a huge gamble and lost. They bore false witness. They could have went to some dark high priest or priestess who did divination abuse. Got some false counsel here. And they're getting karma for this. They didn't see it coming. They don't want to heal. Oh, well, they don't want to heal. Yeah. Knight of Pentacles. So something's taking a long time. They have to own up for something. They have to take accountability. They went and slept around. Meanwhile, they were in a committed relationship. They're being exposed. Maybe they're on the down low. They have to take ownership here. Maybe they've been on the down low for a long time, all their life. It was all a game to them, right? This is not a victory. They're hiding from the public, maybe. It's embarrassing and disgraceful. You're lying, cheating, and or stealing this whole time. Yeah, because I felt it, narcissist or worse. Okay, this is somebody that's a liar. They're an abuser. Okay, they don't care who they are. They're very abusive. They're self-serving. No authority. They made up allegations or accusations that weren't unfounded. Maybe they got handsy with you. Some sort of an attack, maybe a spiritual attack. False accusations. Maybe they were accusing you of doing some attacks and they were doing it on you. I don't know what this was. They're feeling overwhelmed, defeated. Yeah, they certainly did. They were coming after you. They were gaslighting a lot of people, you and others. Maybe they're angry. The worst has happened. This is a nightmare. Nine of Swords in reverse. They could have lost a child, or somebody's having an emotional outburst. They're immature, insincere, and very childish, careless, I heard. They were doing magic all right. Scam artist, love bomber. Maybe doing magic with, maybe, oh my God, what do I have? Oh, for a few of you, somebody's partner they were doing stuff with children they should not have been doing. Others, they were doing magic on others just to have casual flings and hookups with them. They never supported you. They certainly don't want you having friends. Maybe they drove all your friends away. They wanted you feeling isolated. They're not sorry for what they've done. They're getting karma for what they've done. They're trying to backtrack now, come back towards you, but there's no love here. That cup is upside down. Just somebody that's going to abuse you some more, right? Because they're jealous. They lied, they spread rumor, gossip, and slander. They're petty and they're cruel. They could be stalking you, harassing you. This is news you don't want to hear or somebody else doesn't want to hear. Because it's all falling back on them. This whole group, maybe. They're fighting. People are angry because somebody's juggling people. Yep. They're juggling people. Something's about to blow up. That's a grenade. Somebody was playing games. It's a mime, right? Certainly not speaking, but their actions say it enough, right? So it is what it is. There's that Ferris wheel again. Ferris wheel. Somebody could be a carny. I don't know. Or a clown. Okay. Yeah. This is letting go. You overcame. This is illumination. You made a head over heart decision. You let this person go. The whole situation go, maybe. Seeing things from a different perspective. I think you realize if I don't do something, it's never going to change. It's just going to get worse. So you got to let this go. Maybe there's an arrest of some sort. Letting go of a King of Cups. Or they're getting let go. They're remaining stoic here. It could be in their head. This is self-imposed. They're feeling trapped, stuck. They're in their head. They want to reconcile with you, or they could be in jail. It could be an arrest of some sort, as long as playing games. You're in alignment. You're balanced. They're seeing the truth here. Somebody's remaining stoic. This could be you, King of Cups. You're not wearing your heart on your sleeve any longer. Maybe you did at one point. I know I did. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not going to let anybody try to play with my emotions anymore. Male or female. This is somebody that gives good advice. Very balanced emotionally, highly intuitive and psychic. Could be a father figure, don't have to be. It could be female. Which way is that King of Cups here, please, Spirit? Knight of Wands. That's a poser player. So they're shitting bricks. It's a poser player. They're angry. They could be combative. So they have to keep their emotions balanced here. Because maybe they do fly off the handle. Maybe they do get mouthy or threatening and or handsy. They feel entitled. They're trying to avoid a tower moment here. No longer the puppeteer. They got to stop this bull crap, or the people surrounding them. Whoever's trying to pull the strings here in your relationship or in your family or whatever this is can no longer do so. They're blocked. Sudden departure or a sudden arrival. They can't pull your strings. They don't know what to do. There's no more plans. They can't move forward. Somebody's waiting here. They're trying to block, or you block them. They could be on the down low, and this could be the other partner who's very angry and combative right now. Holding on for dear life. Don't want to let go. Greedy and selfish. Controlling. Possessive. The King of Wands. This could be you. You could be a King of Wands. You're stable and secure. They got their stability from you. It could be same sex. It could be male or female. You're a leader of some sort. You take calculated risks. You're very innovative. You're creative. You are attracting. You are attractive. You protect and defend the underdog. You do what the noble thing. You have morals, ethics, and honor. You're unafraid here. Yeah, you're parting ways. Parting ways. Male or female. It's a karmic relationship. There's no harmony here. It's all a one-sided thing. Their way or the highway, right? Poor decision, bad decisions. Somebody's getting some consequences for these bad decisions. You know, it's a past life soulmate or past life karmic soul tie, maybe. Yeah, you're getting your justice. You need to balance this out. Heal your heart. Right? It's a blessing in disguise. You balanced out your life. You're healing your hearts. You're no longer heartbroken over this, over their antics any longer. Yeah, this is you, King of Pentacles. Or someone else in the equation. You're successful, you're hardworking, abundant, and generous. You're loyal, you're dedicated to what you do. Good money manager, male or female. You're not investing in this person anymore. They never invested in you. This isn't going anywhere. End of the line, right? They used up a lot of your money or something like that. Misappropriation of funds. It's the end of the line. Ending a cycle to begin a new one. Lessons learned. You could be moving or traveling. The truth is coming out. Maybe they use some of your money to travel or do something, or you're using your money. Maybe it's every last penny you have to move. I don't know. But you're being protected here. The truth is out. You're facing your fears, maybe. No longer confused. So you're finding out they're in the same-sex relationship. They prefer that. The Empress was beneath that. It could be a pregnancy too. Maybe you are in the same sex and they're hetero and they're sleeping with women. If they're a man, you know what I'm saying. They could have gotten somebody pregnant, and or you're in a hetero relationship with them and they're on the down low. Take it for whatever it is. It's confusing. Sorry. Yeah, somebody's really jealous, sleeping around. Loosey-goosey, you know. They could be doing magic for all we know. The truth is out. Somebody's very controlling and demanding. They're not very independent at all. They're jealous and they're abusive. They're a bully. And there's a betrayal. They feel betrayed or they betrayed you. Maybe they're sleeping with loosey-gooseys. You know what I'm saying? There's everybody new but you, or, you know what I mean? You're walking around with these swords in your back and everybody's laughing. That tribe. I wouldn't call that your tribe, right? Yeah. Somebody's sad. Somebody was emotionally manipulative. They blackmail emotionally. They're needy and greedy. They have hidden addiction. I think this is just you, sad. Male or female. I just think it's you weren't using your intuition, or maybe they were trying to block your intuition, but it's just sad, you know? You had a lot to deal with or contend with. You gave too much of yourself away. The Queen of Cups in the upright is very generous of spirit, right? It's unconditional love. I think now you put that unconditional love away for now. You got to turn that unconditional love inward to you. Stop giving so much away to others, okay? You have to learn to love yourself first. Learn to love yourself enough to say no more of this horseshit. If you're not being treated properly, you shouldn't be around these people, or these people shouldn't be around you. Somebody's heavy duty. They could be sad now because they're getting found out for all we know. Yeah, they're sad. This is you. You know your value and your worth, male or female. Okay, you have integrity, loyalty, and honesty. You're stable and secure. You're hardworking, abundant, and very independent, nurturing, and you're a healer. You're not going to be playing these games. You're not going to stay sad for very long. Yeah, wish fulfillment. You're the star. You're very balanced. You're healed. You're inspirational. You're finding inspiration to do so. You're divinely protected and guided. This is prayer. This is a great deal of faith. Where are we going with the star here? Your wishes are being granted. You're having a glow up. Somebody's scared. They're praying that you're sick. Good for them. Yeah, they don't care. This is Eight of Swords. They can't restrict you. They can't hold you back. They're not renting space in your head. You let them go. You're free. They're scared that you've let them go for good. Good. Yeah. They don't want to be alone. Or if they dumped you for someone else, they wanted to play, they didn't care, they let you go. They were unaware of who you were meant to be. They don't want to be alone. They're hiding and cloaking. Ah, here's the truth. They don't want anybody to find out the truth. You know the truth. You're speaking the truth. This is victory for you. They scapegoated you. They wound up with a home wrecker. They claimed you were the home wrecker. No, I don't think so. They can't move on. They can't escape something. They can't come meet you in calm waters. They're not happy. They didn't want you moving on. They wanted you to stick around and just take their crap. They're hiding communication. I don't know. They're not happy. They're sick. They were doing stuff in the dark. They know that you don't trust them. They can't come near you. They're immature. They're in debt to you, or they're in heavy-duty debt. I don't know. They bore false witness against you in a court of law. I don't know. This could be the divine stepping in. They didn't want to learn a lesson. There's no follow-through with their promises, maybe in a marriage, in a commitment that you had with this person. They want forgiveness now because they're in debt. I don't know. It could be divination abuse as well. They're not happy. Oh, well. Oh, look at that. There's communication. Somebody assessed the situation. You're elevating no matter what. They're descending. I don't know. You took a different approach. Yeah, look at this. Communication from family, long-term stability. They see you as long-term stability. Your ancestors are backing you up. Or maybe a lot of people are backing you up, whether you know them or not. I don't know. It's communication. Somebody assessed the situation. You took a different approach. You went a different way. There's something new and exciting coming towards you. Could be a lot of money. But it's going to bring you long-term stability, that's for sure. Could be even a relationship or a marriage. You're glowing up. Maybe that's why they're upset. Maybe you're with somebody else. You've glowed up. You're good news. Yeah, it's love. New love, true love, self-love, happiness, new beginnings. They're in their emotions. Because they're with a doppelganger. I don't know. They're in their emotions. They gave you up for a fast life. That goes nowhere fast. Yeah, you're innocent. You're getting your flowers. They're having nostalgic memories about you. Yeah, they know there won't be no reconciliation. The party's over. 3-3. They're hung up in third parties here. This is an emperor in reverse here. This is a shit father, boss, or leader. This is somebody in their ego, in their pride. Very arrogant, aggressive, wanting power and control. They only care about how people perceive them. Have an image to uphold. They're very defensive, right? You blocked them. You overcame, persevered. You put up some boundaries. And they're defensive now. There's a lot of emotional wounding. They're on the outside looking in. They're going towards lack and loss and poverty. Or maybe that's how they left you. They lost their car. They can't move forward in life. They don't want to take accountability. They don't want to take... I don't know. They can't overcome. It is what it is. They can't come towards you. 8 of Cups in reverse. They want to come back. You spoke some sort of truth here. You're manifesting something new. You know that they're grieving and regretting. You know they're grieving and regretting. You cut them out. You set boundaries. You already did your weeping. You grieved the relationship. This person was just playing games with you. It's all a big production. You know that. And they're grieving and regretting. They wanted to be placed on a pedestal. They got cut down right at the knees here. Somebody wants to be somebody they're not. And they used you, yeah? They have no integrity, loyalty, and honesty. It is what it is. You're getting your flowers. Somebody's going down memory lane. They're in their emotions. They're thinking about something, their childhood maybe. You healed your inner childhood wounds. Maybe they were using that in the past to trigger you, to get what they wanted. Yeah, they didn't want to let go of something that didn't serve. They didn't foresee something. If they were non-committal with you, they're thinking about the past. They were non-committal. They just didn't want to be alone. They didn't want to let go of you. They don't want you moving ahead in life, you know, farther than they are. They don't want you doing better than them. Whatever they wanted or didn't want is falling apart. They're not prepared for this, that you let them go. You hurt their ego and pride by letting them go, and that's why they held on to this grudge. Yeah. You overcame moving forward with the chariot beneath that. It's embarrassing how you just let them go. What I'm picking up is they didn't realize how much it was going to hurt. They did it to you so many times. You not coming back here because they want to reconcile with you. They didn't foresee you just letting it all go. So they didn't think it was going to hurt that bad. It's hurting them big time. I think it's an ego death for this narcissist. Yeah, the mob. Everybody's turning on them, or they try to turn a whole bunch of people against you. 8 of Wands. This is bad news. Somebody's backfiring on them. There's no communication. You moved on. You're not turning back. Moving, traveling, or you just overcame. You know, you're not sitting there, not parking in this relationship any longer, allowing them to make you feel that shit any longer. You're leaving them behind. You don't want to talk, you're moving forward. Yeah, you can't be bothered, okay? 10 of Wands in reverse. You're letting it all go. Bye. You know they're full of bull crap, okay? Lots of illusions, deception, manipulation. It could be magic as well. You're not doing it. Yeah, this is non-committal. They don't want to. They don't want a relationship. They want a mommy or a daddy or both. I mean, if they're into the same sex, obviously they want a mommy and a daddy. The party's over for them, ending a third-party situation. It is what it is. They're lazy, don't want to put the work in, and disrespectful. Non-cooperative. You don't get along. They're an opportunist. Bye. It is what it is. Now they're scared. They have no integrity, loyalty, or honesty. They're scared. Somehow, some way, they're going to feel they're going to have to humble themselves. They can't control you. Something's out of control. They don't want to take accountability. They got an STD. That's why they're scared. Yep. Seeing through the illusions, people are trying to distance themselves and detach. No new beginnings with you. You don't feel the same way about this person, or other people don't. It is what it is. They're grieving. They're going through a dark night of the soul. People are leaving them left, right, and center. They can't bind you to them any longer. You put your past hurts behind you. It is what it is. They're going to say they're depressed. They need you. Oh my God, come and lick my wounds and make me feel so much better until I get what I want and then I can go where, yeah. They want a life of luxury off your back. They're unstable and insecure, greedy, selfish, codependent, and clingy. They don't want to be alone. So the Cups. You see through the illusions. All that glitters isn't gold. They don't have any viable options right now, so they want to come back to you. Yeah, you let this go. Bye. No, you're not vibing low. You're not going back there. They're angry at you because you're not coming back. You keep walking. You're not emotionally invested. You've healed. Bye. It is what it is. You pour that love into yourself. If they were doing spell work, well, you transmuted and alchemized it. You're divinely protected. You're an earth angel. So they walked away from something that was meant for them, maybe, or not meant to teach them. You were, yeah. There's not going to be a reconciliation. They're not happy that you're happy and you're happy, healthy, you're balanced. They're not happy. They were jealous. They lied about you. People are finding out the truth. They were vindictive and vile. Your divine feminine energy, they're jealous of you. And a divine masculine energy. So you balanced your masculine and feminine energies. Is beautiful. Or this is a new relationship you're going into or you have gone into. It's beautiful. One of you is the divine masculine, one's the divine feminine. It's great. Yeah, it's working. You're working together. This is success. There you go. There you go. And this is financial ruin and spiritual jail for them. They want to put the effort in now. They want to come back in from out of the cold, or this is working. This is success here. You found your confidence. You pulled yourself out of poverty, and somebody's jealous. It's kind of weird, but like I said in the beginning, there's thousands of energies here. I'm trying to pick the strongest ones and to tell you what I see and feel, right? So you're coming into your own soul tribe, those who need to be around you, those who are in service, or this is a soul tribe that treated you like you were there to service them, okay? There's a temporary distance here. Somebody has control issues, so maybe they thought, okay, it's only temporary. I'm just going to go play around temporarily and then come back like I normally do. I'll go lust around, you know what I mean? Feeling conflicted. I know they've missed me. They'll take me back in a heartbeat. Yeah, go on a vacay with my karmic friends and then they'll take me back. Oh no, what happened? They're not taking you back. Oh dear. I guess they called that one wrong, didn't they? How are we ending this for the collective, please? A bunch of haters and third parties. Lessons learned. Yeah, you learned your lessons. You're not doing that anymore. They could have been using your spiritual energy to manifest from. Yeah, time to go. You know it's time to go. You do that soul work on your own. Read my back, I'm outie. I heard that loud and clear. They're finding out. You're not coming back. There you go. Higher powers involved. You bossed up and took back your power. This is the Emperor, divine masculine maybe. Or divine, you could be male or female, but you took back your power. Your voice has power. I just heard that loud and clear. So someone didn't want to go buy the book. It was unfair. 11 in reverse is justice in reverse. Whatever this was unfair. It could be criminal. Somebody's unbalanced now because you're not coming back. Higher powers involved. Chaos, yeah, 33. Out of control, karmic. They're descending. They didn't want to ascend at all. So they're de-evolving. Chaos and conflict. They can't cause chaos and conflict in your life any longer. 45. Let's read that quickly. Sorry. Just bear with me. 45. Time to go. Endings, completion, walking away from something because there's nothing else to learn or experience. So whatever you were meant to learn from this person or teach this person, it's a done deal. It's time to move on. You are at the end of one journey and have not yet begun the next. So the next might be a higher level soulmate. Those who are interested in that, or that those for those that your path does require it. Okay. This is the moment to bless your experience thus far. Pardon me. Take stock of what you've learned. It's time to move on to new experiences and a new way of being. There's nothing left for you to do, be, or experience in your present circumstances. Take the risk and move on even if you need to be in transition for a time. Pardon me. Your destiny is calling you. So if you be quiet, you listen intently, you'll hear it. Destiny's calling. Higher power, conscious contact with a higher power, the presence of the divine, seeing source energy in all things, committing to a partnership with spirit. Now, I just heard that maybe this is your calling. Maybe this is you listening, hearing that call, and you answering it. And now you're getting on path. Congratulations. This card reminds you that you're more than a person trying to get ahead and make things happen for yourself and others. You have an immortal soul and are gifted with a human life through which a higher power can express itself. So you could be a vessel through which the divine speaks and or works. Okay, so that would explain this in service. So you might be coming into contact with a soul tribe that is of like mind as you. Congratulations. Or you're leaving a soul tribe that just wasn't your soul tribe. A lot of times when you are being called like this, you have to leave it all behind. Mostly all behind. Okay? And that's family, friends, co-workers, and sometimes partnerships. It's like he tears you right down to build you right back up again. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like the military. That's what they do in the military, right? What you learned throughout life is a lie. So he has to make you see it's been a lie. He's got to tear you down. It hurts like fuck. I know. I've been there. And then he builds you back up. It strengthens you, and you can see straight again. You can see what's important and what's not. Okay, so where did we leave off? Okay, at this time you need to be conscious of your connection to spirit and foster it through prayer and meditation. Ask, what is the highest good for all? How can I serve? Then get out of your own way and trust that there's a plan for you, your life more wondrous than you can ever know. You're always protected and divinely directed. So you're coming into something beautiful. Your glow up is going to be wonderful. And, well, they're going to have to eat their hearts out, right? Whomever this is. Protection message for by the book. Now's the time for a real change in consciousness as you are incited to revolt. Challenge the structures that are limiting authentic progress. See what I mean? You got to be brought. You got to see the truth as to not all of life is a lie, but certain things are a lie in our lives. We don't see it as it really is, right? You're seeing it now. And you're you're incited to revolt. Challenge the structures that are limiting authentic progress. It's not enough to rebel in small ways. This is a call to revolution. Focus on what you really want to achieve, regardless of whether it feels so far outside the box that the established order may reject it. Genius, invention, and transformation are rarely comfortable and less likely to be accepted by the mainstream. It may be time for you to say no to the way of your group. Isn't that funny? Because we started with tribe. Take a stand and make real changes. It could be that the structure of your inner world is alerting you to the need for a complete overhaul. That's what we were just talking about. This is a time for transformation, so let go of the fear of change. Your intuition will lead you through the darkness. There's no turning back now. Trust that light will dawn. Epiphanies will surely lead to miracles. Some of you, like all of us, and we're all sinners, right? We've all done wrong in our lives. Some more than others, some less than others. No judgment here, but some people in your world might think, okay, yeah, they're not close to God, or yeah, sure, they changed. Look at what they used to do. It doesn't matter. Let them talk. You keep moving forward. You leave the bad behind, okay? You've learned your lessons. You experienced life in a way. You've opened your eyes. You know it's not for you anymore. Let them talk. Let them stay in their own fucking, I don't know, bitter fucking holes that they've dug themselves, too afraid to climb out of. You know what I mean? Let them stay there. It's not your problem anymore. Don't let it be your problem, please. What else do you want me to use? Okay. Because I can hear it. They're talking about you. Well, they did this and that in the past. Oh, yeah, they can't be godly or next to godly. Listen, God doesn't choose who knows why he chooses whom he chooses, right? He doesn't choose the qualified. He qualifies the chosen. He knows what we're made out of. He knows why he made us, okay? And for what. He knows us best. Not these past people that you were dealing with, okay? Of course, they only got a little piece of you. I was thinking about that today. I was walking. I was thinking, you know, certain relationships, not everybody, I don't think anybody in my life has seen all of me or gotten all of me. You know what I'm saying? I have very many layers and levels, just like everybody, but not one person got all of it. You're not going to be the same person you were when you're with your workmates. You're not going to be in that attitude or in that energy with your children, let's say. or vice versa. You know what I mean? You know, we get silly with our kids. We like to play and laugh and be silly. You're not going to be like that in front of your friends. So not everybody gets to see the whole you. How dare they say they know you? Do you understand what I'm saying? God knows us, though. Angels, how are we ending this for the collective? That took a while to get there. 1331, good fortune. Wow, congratulations. Advice, comfort, major change. Yeah, I'd say. Individuality, independence. Have faith in your skills and talents as they're a tool that can provide you with a bright future. So you've been sitting on something, some talents, and now it's your time to shine. And these people are going, where'd that come from? Well, they never wanted to get to know you. They were just using you anyways, so it's a good thing you kept it for the people who did deserve it. You know what I mean? A piece of good advice, a moment of enlightenment, or a comforting message is on its way. Everything will work out in your favor. Congratulations. Wow, look at this. 1331 and 0330. Lucky shirt. Love, peace, hope, and optimism, transferring responsibility to others, progress, and creativity. So they were always trying to transfer their problems onto you. It could be spell work, trying to transfer your spiritual gifts to them and or your abundance. It's not going to work. You know, they talk about that people trying to take your destiny, trying to take your abundance. Yeah, no, this is ordained. Who in their right mind thinks that God would allow it? He'll give you enough rope to hang yourself with, though. Oh, get that right. You want to do that? Okay, let's see how far you're going to go. He's going to see how far you're going to go because we have free will. At the end of the day, he's not going to allow it, though. And for all the heartbreak and all the maybe stagnation, maybe you went through a period of stagnation because of this, you're going to be compensated for it. Okay, trust and believe when I say that. So love, peace, hope, and optimism, transferring responsibility to others and progress and creativity. So I'm picking up people pointing fingers and blaming others for their bad behavior. Pursue your goals and get what you want. It'll provide wonderful benefits for you and the people you hold dear. Your ability to communicate is improving at this time, which will make it easier for you to interact with a broad spectrum of individuals. 2222. Feminine forces. You could be we have both feminine and masculine within each and every one of us. So maybe if you're a masculine, you're relying more on your feminine side. You're not afraid to use that side of you. Some men, no, I can't be vulnerable. I can't be nurturing because I got to be a man. Well, I don't know where they got that idea from. You have to be balanced to be, the real you is balanced. Relationships, balance, prosperity, efficiency, patience, and humility. You could do everything by yourself, but life is to be shared. Partner up with the right spirit and you'll become a force. Honor commitments and people around. Don't judge. Listen. 1717. Let go of the past, and that's what you're doing. And all the feelings that came with it, I'm sure. Because some of these people aren't your people. Release, forgiveness, healing, growth, new beginnings, moving forward, renewal. It's time to release the weight of the past and embrace the new opportunities ahead. And that's even the voices in your head. I know I grew up with an abusive father. And for years I used to hear in my head the things he used to say to me, the negative stuff. That takes a long time to get rid of. So that came into my head. So some of you might be going through the same as well. Whatever names they called you or how they acted around you whenever you wanted to speak your truth. Get on with it. Hurry up. It never took you seriously. Don't take that to heart. Let it go now, okay? It was just these people. Trust your instincts, especially if you feel called to lead others, as the universe is guiding you and supporting you in this journey. Okay, so 1551, last one, hold your vision. Manifestation, abundance, money, dreams, vision, and prosperity. This is what's coming towards you if it hasn't already. Congratulations. Focus on the good and maintain your concentration on the outcomes you desire. It's time to put your faith and time into your ideas and pursue your goals with all your might. You have such a beautiful, courageous, and brave spirit. And acceptance of yourself, acceptance of your flaws. We all have flaws. Accept that these people are there for you. It's just radical acceptance. We need to practice that if we want to be happy in life. Instead of hanging on to, they made me feel this way and, blaming others. People hurt us. It's obvious that these people hurt you, but at the end of the day, are you going to hold on to it by talking about it and crying over it, or are you just going to let it go, accept it for what it is, and never go back there? You know what I mean? Don't let them hurt you again. So take charge. Don't wait for the stars to align. Reach up and arrange them the way you want. You're in your North Node. Congratulations. North Star. Hold your ground and shine bright and unwavering and radiate. Let your light shine through. And that's exactly what's happening. They can't handle it. Well, that's just too bad. Congratulations. I hope you like the reading. Until next time, take care.